about work. In my previous video, I have taught you tense. Now we will learn about verb. If you haven't watched my previous video, go and watch from I option here. In that video, I have explained the correct use of verb and helping verb in my previous video 10. So let's start verb. First of all, I will tell you what is a verb, then its kind. A verb is a doing word that expresses an action or a state. So as you can see here, a verb is a doing word that expresses an action or a state. Just look at the example. I am writing a letter. As you can see here, the word writing expresses an action. So in this way, this is a verb. I hope this is clear. A verb. A verb is an action. Doing verb is called an action. Now I will tell you its kind. Now I will tell you kinds of verb. So, verb. Verb can be divided into three parts. Transitive verb, intransitive verb, and auxiliary verb. As you can see here, verb can be defined into three parts: transitive verb, intransitive verb, and auxiliary verb. Okay. So let me tell you what is transitive verb and what is intransitive verb. Transitive verb. Transitive verb intransitive verb require an object to complete the meaning. Require an object to complete the meaning. It means it is called transitive verb. A sentence which have an object. Transitive verbs require an object to complete the meaning of the sentence. For example, look at the example. We grow roses in our garden. It means we grow roses in our garden. Grow. The verb is grow. It is showing doing what? It is showing action, and roses. The word roses showing object. It means having the. Here, this is the example of the transitive verb because in this sentence there is object. So we can say this. Here it is a rose. Now let me explain intransitive verb. In intransitive verb does not require an object to make the sense. For example, this dog is very dangerous. Now I will explain the difference of transitive verb and intransitive verb. The transitive verb means a verb requires an object to complete the meaning. It means in transitive verb we need an object to complete the sentence. It's called transitive verb. Without having an object, we can't say this is the transitive verb. It means having an object is important in transitive verb. And in intransitive verb, a verb does not require an object to make sense. It means no need. In intransitive verb, we don't need to complete the sense any object. Without having object, we can say this is intransitive. Example, just look at the example. This dog is dangerous. There is no object in this sentence, so we can say this is intransitive verb. And auxiliary verb. Now, auxiliary verb. All the verb which you have studied in the video, I have explained all the verb and helping verb. All the helping verb will be your auxiliary verb. All the verb which we have used in tense is called auxiliary verb. Now I will tell you the verb can be divided into finite verb and non-finite verb also. Let me tell you what is finite verb and what is non-finite verb. Finite verb has a tense, means we will use all the verbs of the tenses while making sentence of finite verb. But in non-finite verb, we don't need to use the tense. You can say Non-finite verb is free from tenses. We can divide non-finite verb into three kinds: infinitive, gerund and participles. In infinitive, if we will use two words together in a sentence, then we need to use infinitive too. Like with the example, it will clear with the example. I like to teach. Means we are using here two verbs together, teach and like. So we have used two. It is called infinitive. Now look at the gerund. In gerund, we will use first form of the verb plus ing form to make the sentence of gerund. But like look at the example. Walking is good for health. Walking is good for health. Walking. The word walking we have used as a verb. As a noun, not a verb. Walking, being a verb, walking is a verb, but here in this sentence we have used this verb as a noun, like walking is good for health. Look at the participle. Participles can be divided into three parts: present participle, past participle and perfect participle. And participle also we can, in present participle we can also make verb plus ing form, but we will use in participle this verb as a verb, not as a noun. Like seeing a lion, Mohan run away. Here the verb seeing is used as a verb, not as a. So in that way we can divide the word into two parts. It was the explanation of finite and non-finite verb. Now I am moving aside. You can take a screenshot or note it down in your notebook. Now I will explain what is auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb. And auxiliary verb is a helping verb. It means all the helping verb which we use in tense, in any sentence in tense, is called auxiliary verb. So an auxiliary verb is a helping verb. In my previous video in which I have taught tense, I have explained helping verb in detail. If you haven't watched my previous video, the tense video, you can just watch from I option here. So just auxiliary helping verb. What is an auxiliary verb? All the helping verb which we use in a sentence is called auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verbs are 24 in numbers. Now with this chart I am going to explain it. Here, look here in this, through this chart, all the 24 auxiliary verb I will explain. Auxiliary verb, it is divided into four parts: to be, to do and to have, and that model auxiliaries. To be means being verb, to be. Sometimes you will get exercises, fill in the blanks by using to be, verb. So to be verb, it means you will use is, am, are, was verb. It is to be auxiliaries verb, and as already in tense video you have studied in the tense what these verb, to be verb, we can use in as a helping verb. Okay, now to do. There are do, does and did. All this work to do work we have used as a helping verb in tense. Now third one, to have. This verb to have, has and have as a helping verb we have used. So in that way, to have, has and have we will use as a helping verb. Now look at the modal auxiliaries. The modals are the small verb using with the main verb. Whenever the small helping verb we will use as a helping verb is called modal auxiliaries. Modal verb like shall, will, should, would, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, need, dare, used to. So all these auxiliaries, all these verbs. So these are the 24 auxiliaries verb which I have explained right now. So just count it. How? Just start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. In that way, altogether there are 24 auxiliary verbs. So these are your auxiliary verbs. Now I am moving aside. You can take screenshot or just note it down. Now I will explain modal auxiliary. Modal verbs are a small group of verbs which are used with other words in change their meaning in some way. It means modal verbs are small group of verbs. It is very small group of verbs as already I have explained in my auxiliary verb. All the modal verbs we can use as a helping verb, but it is very small group of verbs which are used with other verb. it will use with other verb to change their meaning sometime. The example, all the modal verb I have explained in my previous table. So here just look at the example. I shall go to school tomorrow. This is the verb. This is the modal verb. Shall is a modal verb and we have used with this verb go. Go is the main verb. Shall go school tomorrow. Next, tomorrow will be Sunday. Here we have used will with the Sunday. Again, we should respect our parents. Should modal has been used with the verb respect. We should respect our elder. So as we are using here will and shall is the helping verb of simple future tense. We have used in tense. While studying the future tense, we have used all the shall and will as a helping verb. Now here we are using with the modal verb. We should respect our parents. Should. Here should the modal verb should has been used with the verb respect. And he would be 25. Here the verb would be 25. Would modal we have used. I can swim across the river. Here the can. So the can is also the modal verb and we have used with another verb. As you can say here with the example. You could solve these questions. Could is a modal verb and solve is another verb. You might pay a little more attention. Might, the verb might and pay little attention and pay is another verb. you must improve your spelling. Now you can the use of must. You must improve your spelling. We ought to help him. The example of ought to. And we need not go. And the next example, we dare not to do it. At last, we used to play. So it was the explanation of the modal auxiliaries. Now I am moving aside. You can take a screenshot or note it down. So students, it was the explanation of the verb. If you like my video, hit the like button. For more videos like this, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.